talk about millennials. Born sometime around the start of the 90s, our timing was impeccable. The Berlin Wall fell, the Cold War was officially over. If the world started in 1945, the following generations had built and sorted everything out for us. What was left was to enjoy the fruits of their labor. We would be the generation to pave the way into a new global digital age. World peace, an end to hunger, no more inequality. Sounds like a piece of cake, right? I mean, our parents did tell us we could do anything we wanted. As long as we went to university, of course. Things were really looking up for the millennial generation. But that didn't pan out to be true. Our parents were wrong. You could barely keep up with schoolwork once it got actually challenging. There was no way you could do anything, but you desperately wanted to do something. To matter. To be that golden generation. In a world that has already solved for X, a history that has already ended, how does she rebel? By throwing out the whole damn math book. By finding another status quo to worship. Luckily for us, there were universities full of those kinds of teachings. History, as it turns out, was apparently racist. Or maybe he was smarter than that. Maybe he was better than any of the sheep that got indoctrinated by the feminists who wanted to take his video games. After all, he was an atheist. A man of science. A man ready for globalization and the cooperation of beautiful minds towards a future in space. And in the crucible of mid-2010s online discourse, he found his calling. The ability to be a smartass online, to bob and weave until he could declare himself the winner in any argument. Finally, he could be good at something. But it required him to reject his ties to real life and enter the abstract world. In this rejection, the millennial stood free to define his own world and ignore the sanctity and ideals of the real one. He became the foot soldier for the demonic and the evil. The millennial is the feminist who yells in your face to pay for her birth control. He is the online intellectual who calls you a fascist for caring about social values. He sows chaos. He fights windmills, all in the name of progress. Confronted with the floodlights of truth, he screeches and scurries away like a vampire bathed in sunlight. Light up the super, for he knows no other reality. The millennial is the real culprit, for he knows all too well that our reality still exists, and in this reality, there exists ideals. Did the millennial shirk away from his failures, embrace the comfortable, regress back to his teenage years of cooming and video games? Did he reject all knowledge that was offered to him? Did he rise to the occasion and decide to make something of himself? Detach his ego from his failures and embrace life and all of its possibilities. He decided to reject reality, to substitute his own reality where he can be king. King of his room, king of his crusty socks, king of the ashes.